Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today, we're having a little look at Empires of the Undergrowth. This is a base builder and colony sim that is unbelievably unique, and this is the 1.0 version. I was given early access by the publishers, which is very good of them, so I get to show off the 1.0 version of this game, which is very, very cool indeed. Right, so let's jump into things and see what we have got in store. Potato Colony, that was my test. I don't know, let's call this, call this Orbital's Ants. There we go. That's fine. So, this is a very, very unique game. We're going to jump into the story. The story is very interesting in the way that it sort of works. Indeed.
It's fascinating. She has already started to spawn. Incredible, really, that we found such a healthy specimen.
Indeed.
How long until we can expect to see interspecies polymorphism?
We should be patient and allow the colony to grow first.
Who knows?
Place food nearby. Then we will introduce the Formica fusca.
Thank you.
Observe the reaction.
Okay, I do need to point out there is a tremendous amount of voice acting in this, and it is all grand. I am going to turn it off for the sake of making a YouTube video. However, if you're interested in this game, a lot of what happens in the sort of, I guess, in the story is told through the voice acting, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, this is a colony sim. You control a colony of ants. This game has been out in early access for a good while now, but it's coming out in 1.0 indeed in a couple of weeks. Anyway, what is going on? There's quite a lot of information up here. Well, these are all of our colony resources. Only a couple of them we're going to get access to immediately. This is our queen, and then we've got a whole bunch of like little worker ants that have got little health bars above their head. This is, I guess, just different groupings. They're called pheromone groupings, and we can actually sort of like put ants in specific groupings if we want to control their locations. But for the most part, we're not going to really be wanting to do that at the moment. Now, this technical term for this area is the fornicarium. It's kind of like a scientific sort of observatory area. So the sort of people that are doing the voiceovers are scientists that want to see how our colony is evolving. And indeed, we got a couple of little buttons up here, which I'm going to explore. But for now, let's explore the sort of basic mechanics of the game. This entire world is interactable. And what we can do is we can give our workers specific instructions to excavate the walls, for example. Now, you can also see through the fog of war that there's a little sort of resource pocket over here. This looks like a bunch of sort of seeds. It's got a little bit of food on it, which is great. So what we're going to do is we are going to capture that food and we're going to take it back to the queen, and that is going to be great. Now, this resource up here is our food and our max food. We obviously cannot go above our max food, which is something that we need to bear in mind. So our ants are only going to be able to stockpile food up to that level, which is completely fine. I'm going to turn off these little notifications. It's very handy, but I don't want to get distracted by them. That's all good. Okay, there's not much to do in this world at the moment. This is, I guess, the overworld. Actually, no, technically this is the underworld. Now, if I queue this area up for deconstruction, then we'll get to the overworld. I'm also going to excavate a little bit of additional territory just so that we can maybe start sort of planning out some of the basic infrastructure for our base. If we destroy this thing up here, then this will actually gain us access to the overworld. This doesn't look very interesting at the moment, but a lot of stuff is going to happen in here in the future. And if I scroll to the edge of the map, you can actually see, yep, this is it. We're in a research lab, and there's a whole bunch of test conditions which are going to be applied to us in the future. But for now, we can sort of just satisfy ourselves with what is going on in the undergrowth. Now, we can of course influence what the heck happens in our colony. There's a couple of different buttons that I can deploy down in the bottom right hand corner over here. We can get some additional food storage tiles if we wanted to increase our max food. Let's do that. Absolutely, our max food is going to go up by 10. Fantastic, and we can store a little bit of additional food. I'm also going to see if we can maybe build some additional worker ants. That is a grand idea. Let's build 2 up here. They cost 20 food apiece. They cost 20 food apiece in order to place. That is going to increase the maximum number of worker ants that we've got. This is the number of worker ants that we've got. This is the max. The way that spawning of additional ants happens in this game, we can place the tiles, which we're obviously doing. Then we need to place an egg on the tile, and then we need to wait for the ants to hatch. If as we're going to find out very shortly, our ants enter into combat. There are a whole bunch of eggs that are ready to hatch, but the eggs will only hatch if we have not reached our number of max workers or indeed soldiers. And we'll get to soldiers in a little bit. There's a couple of other things that we want to explore. At the moment, we've only got one ant type. That's fine. There's not a huge amount of extra stuff to explain. Anyway, we got the queen. We got some food storage. We got some ants. That's what we need to know for now. And this is the overworld. Okay. This is where things get very, very funky indeed. There is this whole sort of like meta, it's not a meta story, but there is a whole bunch of sort of other stuff in this world that is going to allow us to accumulate resources for our current colony. So there is new home. A new Formica fusca colony has set up a home in a rotting log, but to establish themselves is no simple task. Okay, cool. And then we've got a couple of rewards as well for completing this objective. Let us jump into here. And in fact, I think I want to turn the voice acting back on because again, it is very, very good, and I think it's really quite. I think it's really quite good. It adds a lot to the story.
Formica fusca queen has set up home beneath a rotting log. She is fat and vulnerable. Her first brood will need to move quickly if the colony is to survive. Their priority now is to find food, and there is plenty around. But there are other hungry creatures down here.
Indeed, there
Workers will need
is.
to be vigilant.
So, our workers, we've got 3 workers. We can have a maximum of 7. If we supply extra food, that is great. We're going to be able to hatch those workers because remember, they cost 2 food to hatch. So it's definitely worthwhile doing. We're up to our maximum 7 now, which is great. And we're pretty much at our maximum food as well. There's a few more bits and bobs of bits of food lying around. Let's see if we can try and get some food tiles down. I want to have quite a lot of food storage. And we're going to go and see if we can try and get the easy pickings. So the easy pickings are ideally areas of the map that do not have these red exclamation marks above them. We're going to see if we can try and get as many of those as we possibly can. And then we're going to try and hopefully build out our little army of ants. Now, some enemies...
Pocket of woodworm. These defenseless weevil larvae will make an excellent meal for the colony.
You took it.
Butchered,
You
and
took it.
carried off for
Took the
processing.
words right out of my mouth, my friend. Some enemies are just, they will just. They're happy to get eaten. Honestly, they're delighted to get eaten. They're such useless creatures that they just roll over and die. Others, not so much, and we're going to come across them, which is why we need black ant soldiers. Now, these guys cost a little bit more to lay down. It's going to cost us 50 food to place, and it's going to cost us 5 food. 5 food to place. In fact, let's get 1 additional food tile right over here, because I would quite like to place 3 additional ant tiles whenever we can. Right, let's keep on moving out this way, and let's also give ourselves a little bit of additional space to build effectively a barracks over here. That's what we're going to do. Oh, we don't need to worry about that yet, actually. Okay, so this is all looking good. Even more, we're about to see our first soldiers hatching, which is great. And we'll get a whole bunch of additional food. Let's move it all back to the food storage area. Thank you very much. That's great. And in fact, we couldn't birth our soldiers there because we didn't have the food supply in stock. Either way, we've got our soldiers. They're sort of signaled by this little red sword. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in pheromone group 1, which means that we can effectively, roughly, direct the location of our soldiers. Let's continue down here. Let's not go too big. But I'm going to deploy my soldiers down here to try and help out with the killing of these woodlice things. The soldiers are, as you can imagine, much more effective in combat situations than... let's go this way. They're much, much, much more effective than workers. Although they can carry food. They can carry food. And that will both be a blessing and a curse as we progress things. We've got a couple of buttons down here. This is Disable Gather, and this is Disable Attack. Probably best that we have Disable Attack on the worker ants, and it's probably best that we have Disable Gather on the soldier ants. However, there's no point in sort of messing around with that before we actually go into combat. I'm going to build a whole bunch of additional soldier brood over here. That seems absolutely critical. We've not really come across any enemies that we really have to worry about yet, but mark my words, it's coming. It's coming. There we go. So that's going to bring us up to a maximum of 7 soldiers. 8 soldiers. That's not too bad. That's not too bad, I feel. And as long as we build them sort of in one contiguous brood, they're all going to be automatically added to the pheromone group. I think we're going to go down here. Let's see if we can try and... Let's see if we can try and set a dig order. Let's get all of the ants, all of the attacking ants to come over here. Aha! Look at that.
Covered carnivorous larvae of Ochiposolens.
Look at that.
Devil's coach horse.
The devil's
All
coach
ready
horse.
for combat.
Nasty.
Powerful slicing mandibles for chopping up their prey.
We got him though,
They're
right?
Still small, however, and must undergo a final pupation before their armor is fully developed. If the ants are fast, they should be able to overwhelm these critters.
Absolutely. Okay, that's really, really good. I'm going to use my resources, my somewhat scarce resources. We're pretty much out of food, I think, around us. This looks like something that I'm going to explore too. This looks like something... Let's go up here first. Go up here. Get the ants on standby, remember? Okay, that's all looking good. Ideally, we want to try and always keep a couple, maybe about 50 food, maybe just less than 50 food.
The larvae must be protected.
There we go. That's fine. In you go, soldiers. Fantastic. Yeah, ideally we want to keep at least 50 food in standby because that means that we can replace our soldiers. There we go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we must expand with caution. Not only do I need to sort of think very carefully about where I'm going to go, but I need to think very carefully about how many resources we hold back in supply. It really is quite important. I think that's looking pretty decent. We'll maybe get one more soldier. That's going to take us up to 11, right? It's all looking good. Pheromone scent. Let's get that over here. And let's get ready to rock and roll, shall we? Okay. Let's get this dug. Right, 58. That's 10 soldiers, right? That's 10 soldiers.
There are intruders in the nest.
That's fine. We can take 3. We can take 3. Even if we take sort of minor casualties, I think we'll be fine. That's pretty good. Pretty darn decent indeed. Not too shabby, all things considered. Okay, let's get all of this food sort of extracted away, and then we can maybe look at doing something else using an additional type of tile here. We've got an upgrade tool which allows us to upgrade the performance of ants that are being spawned. It costs the same as just a regular new tile, but it does mean that we're effectively making ants or producing ants that are twice as buff, twice as swole. So let's get this area explored over here, and let's see if we can try and bring the old ants with them.
The larvae must be protected.
That's okay. We're protecting, don't worry. Brilliant. Okay, looking good. And let's see if we can try and get some more upgrades. That's a lot of upgrades, in fact. And as we get more food, we are going to deploy that. We're going to deploy that food into upgrades, but we always want to see if we can try and keep 50 or so. Because if we don't, then if there is a big attack, then we could be in danger. There's also these wood lice things, which we are currently digging up right now. Let's go over here, and let's extend our pheromone a little bit as well. Now, this is a pretty simple setup. I don't think anything is too complicated. There's obviously a little bit of activity in the middle here, which I want to go to. Ooh. This is interesting. These are
make a significant
wood lice.
addition to the colony's larders, but they are clinging tightly to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take some effort to dislodge them.
Yeah, that's fine. It's no big deal. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get that sort of dealt with. That's fine. Upgrade you. Upgrade everybody here. Everybody upgraded to level 2 would be great. We can also upgrade our food storages if we want to. Don't really care to do that. Think we're in an okay position with regards to food. And my soldiers are doing a pretty darn good job of just extracting all of the meat and all of the food. And they're just carrying it back, which is completely fine. This is quite a distance, though. We probably want to think about going for this big grouping in the middle here. I'm going to get 1, maybe 2 additional upgrades. And then I think we're going to look to maybe dig up here, get our pheromone group to come down here and get ready for what I think will be quite a big quite a big number of enemies over here. There we go. Move them up. 4. Okay. That's fine. To be honest, 4 would be a big deal, but I've got a lot of level 2. I got a lot of level 2 bugs here. That's quite nice. This is also going to give us access to this area. I'm not entirely sure that it's going to be friendlies or bad guys in this area, but we're going to... Aha, amazing. Okay, that is great news. So what we can actually do is we can connect up this area, and we can seriously expand. There we go. In fact, we can even get some... we can even get some pods to level 3, which is very, very exciting. Now, bear in mind, in order to upgrade a tile, we actually need to make sure that there is a certain number of brood around a given tile, and we get more adjacency bonus from tiles that have upgrades on them already. So that is really, really cool. This is looking really, really legit. I'm quite happy for a lot of my soldiers just to sort of do food harvesting for now. That is probably going to change, as I've sort of said before. It's not something that we really need to worry about at this present moment, but let's get as many upgrades to our troops as we possibly can. There we go. Nice. And what I think I'll do is I'll probably create a different grouping of soldier ants that are going to be in charge of food collection. So let's get a grouping of like 3 over here. There we go. And these 3, when they are developed, we're going to put them into... sure, let's put them into pheromone group 3. We're going to disable... fighting. Well, actually, no. We'll enable fighting. We'll just leave food connection on. And then what we'll do is we will disable food collection for pheromone group 1. So we have one group that is 100% focused on combat, and then another group who can help with combat. But after that, they're going to be able to, they're going to be able to deal with the... they're going to be able to deal with the other stuff. And it also means that we can deploy these guys right over here and deal with that over there, that little food collection operation, which kind of just needs to be done. Right, any other upgrades that we can get? No, not really. But I tell you what, if we get another right in there, then we can develop the ants around here, and that will work just a lot better, I think. Right, can we deploy our... our attack force? Goodness gracious me, there's quite a lot of enemies around here, isn't there? It looks like the edge of the map there. That's fine. 5 threats? Is 5 threats doable? I guess it's going to have to be, right? Good. And upgrade you. Can't upgrade you.
Are loose in the nest.
Okay, what are we at? Where's my attack? There we go. Get in here, guys. Get in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Good result, good result. I think now we're getting into the territory of... I mean, that looks like a slightly bigger exclamation mark than the other exclamation marks than I've faced, so I'd rather not maybe go into that. 3, let's move the food collectors up here. Let's move the attack ants over there, and let's get ready to...
Predators are loose in the nest.
Predators are loose in the nest.
Be protected.
That's okay. Go, go, go. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Amazing. Quite the melee, but we're okay with this. Yeah, we're very okay with this, in fact. Because if I'm reading this correctly, then we're going to get access to a lot of brand new food stores. This area doesn't look too difficult. There's still a couple of corpses over here for my soldier ants to remove, which is fine. We could also move and make some more worker ants, which is definitely not the craziest idea in the world. What I want to do though is I actually want to dig out a little bit of extra space around this brood here, because we're going to expand, not in a major way, but we're going to expand enough, hopefully, to try and get ourselves some upgrades to the main brood tiles here. Right. Upgrades. You're pretty close over here. There we go, get rid of that. You know what? Enable food gathering. Enable food gathering on my attack group. Oh wow, that's incredible. There we go. Set that as the attack destination for the group. Brilliant. Upgrades. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. We love upgrades. And destroy that there. Get some more stuff planted. Good. More tiles? Sure as heck hope so. It's quite a long trek now. It is quite a long trek. There are... Oh, yeah. Let's get you guys over here, by the way. There's quite a few different things that we can do to optimize our operation. We can also build this. This is a speed-up tile. Ants will walk over this tile with increased speed. It also adds upgrade points to all neighboring tiles regardless of type. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Although workers do get a speed bonus, I believe, from walking over brood anyway. So there we go. All right, I think that's pretty decent. We're almost up to 20 ants. Pretty high level stuff as well. Maybe one more. Yeah, that seems pretty decent. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be enough, but we can hope. Let's maybe get one more. Just one more. Just one more. Right, we're still harvesting over here. Maybe get my pheromone ants over here because we've got a few more resources to collect from the corpses, I believe. Then I guess we probably want to take this area here. Okay. Any other upgrades that we want to do? Probably just these three, because that's going to allow these two to be upgraded. There we go. We'll rattle through these chumps in no time at all. Brilliant. And in fact, you know what? Let's keep the good times going. Set these guys to not collect food, and let's just queue everybody up over here. Nice. Upgrade, upgrade. And I think that's probably maybe just one more. Maybe just one more over here.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae
right.
must...
That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot here. Get in here, guys. Get in here. Go, 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 go. I think after this food source, we probably don't want to expand our soldiers anymore. Okay. Enable resource collection. Take them all back. That's fine. Okay. I'll get the last suite of upgrades, which is this one and these two, and then that'll be it. I swear. No more. I'll upgrade one food tile, sure. And one more. One more. One cheeky additional tile. We just need 50 food. It's coming. Yeah, maybe I should have put, like... Maybe I should have put some additional, like, food repositories somewhere else. But, yeah, you know, on the whole, I think we're not too unhappy with that. Let's get up here. Oh, but I do have more resources, right? Like, I could definitely use additional resources to expand. And this is almost ready to be upgraded as well. We could just turn this into one big brood nest. Kind of feel like doing that. Merge it all. Merge it all. Beautiful. And then will that enable any further upgrades? That upgrade will enable both of these, and I don't know about anything else. God, okay. This is just being a bit daft, I think. Either way, I'm building up to these bigger areas up at the top here. I think let's go here. Set that as the destination. Beautiful. We do not have anyone in pheromone group 3 anymore. Doesn't really matter. Let's go. We've got 24 food. Not a huge amount. That's okay.
Must be protected.
That's okay. Go, 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 go. Everybody in here. Amazing. We can store up to 180 food, so that upgraded tile really did make all the difference. See if we can try and get any more upgrades over here. 1 and 2. Yeah. Now, no more. Like, seriously, no more. But I'm getting more food, and if we've got extra food, you know, it's like, we kind of might as well. We kind of might as well. I just don't want to get to a point where I inadvertently end up kind of like destroying myself because I've over-invested in food and food storage and upgrades and all that sort of stuff. Either way, this upgrade pathway is looking pretty darn decent. I like the way that this is all looking. We can store up to 360 food. Honestly, getting the upgrades to the food tiles, that would probably have been way more efficient than what we currently ended up having. But you know what? You live and you learn. That's fine. Right. I think it's time. We're gonna go in here. Let's get all of my ants coming across here. Let's actually undig that. I want to make sure that we have everybody moved across before we're ready to go. Okay. Move in. It's time. I think these are the big guys in the level. But we've got loads and loads of food resources. We're ready to replenish our supply. We can handle it. We can handle it.
Predators are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
In we go. Okay. It's not this area, it's this area. Here we go.
There are intruders in the nest.
There we go. Get in there. Go, 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 go.
The ants have stumbled into the path of a fully developed devil's coach horse beetle.
Oh no.
It's hungry for breakfast.
Oh my
The
goodness.
beetle is almost 4 times the size of a black ant and protected by thick plates of external armor. Whilst it bites at the tiny defenders, it sprays foul-smelling secretions from the end of its raised abdomen, disorientating the ants.
Okay, we are doing damage. It's just that it's tough. The conditions are tough. We will take him out. The ants are getting unbelievably disoriented, although I do have the numbers. And I've got plentiful stocks of food, which is amazing. There's just 2 of the big ones left. Honestly, that disorientation gas is irritating, but it kind of gives me some better attack angles, which is quite nice.
Dead. Its corpse will provide food to support dozens of new brood.
Look at that. I think we did it. Nice.
This Formica fusca colony has now established itself as a rising power in the undergrowth. Soon their territory will need to expand above ground, where new challenges await. For the time being, however, the queen is safe.
Nice. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay. And now what we can choose to do is we can actually choose to take some additional resources back to my what is it? Formicarium? Extra royal jelly. I'll take some extra royal jelly. Sure. Extra territory? No, I'll take extra royal jelly. Brilliant. We could play more, but there's nothing really more to explore. So we're pretty much done there, which is amazing. We get 28 territory, we get 90 royal jelly, and we get a whole bunch of food, which is really, really nice indeed.
How is the colony progressing?
Nice.
Exhibiting interesting new behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And in fact, if we look up on the surface, we can see, oh look, there's some resources up here. Very, very nice indeed. Now, back in the colony world, we don't actually have the ability to get any soldiers, so we're going to have to adapt and unlock the black ant that we had access to in that colony. I would love to spend 75 royal jelly to acquire this species. Yes, very, very good indeed. We can get abilities for these guys. It's going to cost more royal jelly than I actually have, but hey, that's why I picked up the royal jelly, which is pretty darn good in the first place. Right, let's see if we can try and get some soldier ants. Brilliant. And let's also head above ground.
First Formica fusca ant.
Finally, we have the opportunity to observe multiple species within the same colony.
Indeed. Okay, I'm gonna get a pheromone point for my ants to go and collect these seeds. As you can see, they're basically gonna crawl to the top of the map here. That's going to take them out onto the surface. I have no idea how much food is here. It looks like a heck of a lot of food. So that's really, really great. Let's also give the same order to the soldier ant, which will be quite easy to complete. I'm going to put you guys in a group, and I'm going to set this as the destination. We're also going to see if we can try and get some additional food tiles, and maybe just expand a little bit more so that we can enable some upgrades for our food tiles as well, which is quite nice. And we'll slowly see if we can try and expand the number of soldiers that we've got as well. More food tiles, yes please. The power of upgrades and food tiles definitely something that I have learnt. I've learnt my lesson. I will do it. I will get the upgrades. There we go. Even if it's not 100% foolproof, I think this is still pretty decent. Good, 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 good. And lots and lots of soldiers as well. Don't need lots and lots of soldiers, but at least a few soldiers. Nice. This is looking and feeling very, very good. Pheromone Group 2, still collecting the... Oh, no, we're actually done with that. Let's move you guys to Pheromone Group 1 then, and then we'll just see if we can try and get more. There's also these little woodlice things that are walking around, or shuffling around, whatever it is. So that's fine. Okay. Queue up some additional soldiers. There is nobody, or there is no bugs that are currently in the nest group at the moment, which means that they're not building out any additional brood. I'm gonna move these two back into the nest group so that we can have a little bit of maintenance undertaken whilst everybody else is doing some food logistics, I suppose. There we go, and we'll queue up yet more soldiers, which is amazing. Okay. Very, very nice. I should point out that, yeah, this game has been in early access for a while now. You may have seen it around before. But I believe the real final experiment, this is the brand new mission that has been added to the end of the game. So that is what is being released with 1.0, which is quite exciting indeed. Okay. Can I get any upgrades? I don't think I can get upgrades to... Yeah, I was going to say I don't have the upgrades to get the upgraded black ant here. Although I can get it. You know what? Sure, let's do it. Let's confirm, and let's just immediately start upgrading some of our ants. Don't have the food for that yet, but we do have the food, or we will have the food for it eventually, which is quite nice. I like that. I like that a lot. You know what? I'm feeling that I need to get some additional worker ants. It's all good and well that we've got, you know, soldier ants and whatnot, but I think we should just get more worker ants. Yeah, that seems pretty decent, to be honest. And let's move them into Pheromone Group 1 as well. Totally fine with me. Wow, we got so much food. We have so much food on the surface here. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's expand our number of ants yet again. Or at least let's start thinking about it. Because we don't actually have anyone that is capable of doing it right now. Till I move people back into the to the nest group. Which I will do. No big deal. Wow. It's such a tremendous amount of work. It really is. Yeah, so the way that the story is sort of interwoven into how you play, I mean, we've obviously completed New Home here. We can play it again if we want to. There's also Subjugation. It's been spotted by a nearby enemy colony with sinister intentions. We can do that. Alternatively, there is these levels that take place in the Formicarium. Goodness gracious me. This is a gateway mission, which is kind of cool. So this is just going to sort of play out in this environment. I want to build up a little bit of an additional sort of force before we try and take that on. But I think we're kind of close. We're definitely getting there. There's just so much food that we need to collect. Goodness gracious me. Yeah, I feel like I need way more worker ants. Let's build a massive expanse of worker ants over here. They're only 20 food apiece. They're pretty darn cheap. I don't have the food for them at the moment. That's fine. But I think we can like double. I think we can double our worker ants, and if we get our worker ants doubled, then that's going to make me feel at least a little bit happier about the amount of food that we're going to be able to collect on a sort of reoccurring basis. Bear in mind, it's like, that's one interaction of food that we got. Definitely could be more. Right, move you up there. Brilliant. Queue up some more. Fantastic. Think that's not too decent. That's not too bad. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Goodness gracious me. What else do I want to do? Probably get more soldier ants. What do we got? 10 soldiers? That's fine. I'm going to move the 7 colony ants back into colony maintenance mode. And I think first order of business is going to be to expand the number of workers that we've got. And then we'll see if we can try and do some more soldiers here. There we go. But we're going to get the space for soldiers as well. Very important. Lots and lots and lots of juicy worker cell space, which is what we love to see. We can't frankly build them fast enough. Okay, don't have enough food, but we'll be getting enough food. We just need. They come in waves. It's kind of cool. Here we go. One more. That's gonna be enough, surely. That's gonna be enough. That gives us a maximum of 27. We're gonna be getting a whole bunch more really, really quickly. And I think 7, you know, that come from the queen brood, I think that's completely fine. I think that's a completely fine number. And then I guess the rest soldiers. Soldiers and or upgraded soldiers. We're getting through the food supply, which is great. We've obviously got those 3 little larvae things. I imagine they're probably not going to grow into anything sort of sinister and big and nasty. But you never know. Right, 2. I want to get quantity as well as quality of ants. So we're going to see if we can try and get a good little balance. We can obviously only get up to level 2 at the moment. So there's no real need to kind of go overboard. But we'll do what we can. Right. Okay, I think we're in a decent place. I'm gonna get like 2 more upgrades here. 1, maybe 2. And then I think we're gonna progress the story mission, just so that we can see how it works. And I'll kind of show you what makes this game unique. It's so cool. It really is. Okay, let's move on. The first experiment. Test the might of your colony. Will it survive with whatever the scientists have planned? This will unlock the next missions. Sure, let's do it. What have you got to say?
I think it is time we connected the outworld to the feeder colonies. I want to see how these eruptors respond under pressure.
I will prepare the experiment.
Okay. Bring it on. So this is a level that we play, as I say, here.
Connecting the Fuska colony now. I will let 10 through to start with.
Okay. Aha! Ah, look, they've attacked. They've given us some enemies. Come on, get my workers in here as well. Okay, these are some nasty enemies. However, I do have the numbers. I definitely have numbers. There we go. Good stuff. We've also got food stockpiles. We're in a good place. We can replace any of our units. Very nice. Very nice.
Identified the threat and responded very quickly.
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's see how they handle a few more, shall we?
Introducing 20 Fuska ants.
Well, that's kind of terrifying. But we've got the numbers. Again, we've got the numbers. And we've got some level 2 soldiers as well. I'm a little bit worried about how far away we are from the base. And also look at our food reserves. We really want to make sure that we have the reserves to replace everybody. I.e. all of the ants.
Our eruptors have neutralized the threat to their queen.
Get back. Get back. Get back.
Continue the experiment and let me know the results. Don't add more than 30 ants at once, though. We don't want to harm the queen.
Understood.
Okay, go take this guy out. There we go. Go take that back as food.
I wonder how they will react to a rival eruptor colony. Introducing 40 rival eruptor ants.
Oh, this guy's a bit sadistic, to be honest. Okay. Go, 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 go. Get in here, people. Get in here. Or get in here, ants. Get in here, ants. Go, 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 go. Again, we've got the numbers, but only just this time. But I definitely have, like, stronger soldiers. I don't think we're getting much food from these corpses, though. That's the only issue. Okay, let's go and see if we can... 50? Okay. See if you can try and grab that thing before... There we go. Go, 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 go. Get in there. Yeah, I really wanted to get that that maggot thing because I wanted the food. I wanted the food just so that we could replenish as and when we needed. Right, good. The first wave has been taken out. And the second wave is mostly there. Okay.
Fascinating.
We're not seeing a huge amount of replacements, but...
Let's try 60 Orbital ants.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Why is this guy, this sadistic individual wants to just destroy this colony? Okay, front line, troops. Second line, workers. There we go. Look at this. This is like 300, you know, the film, except with ants. It's a bit close, to be honest. It's not as easy as it once was. The good news is, though, my soldiers seem to be doing a grand old job.
A superb response.
Okay, keep them out here. Keep them out here. Seeds have been dropped. Oh, nice. Have we done it?
Perhaps a small reward. Look to the surface.
There we go. It's a very small reward indeed, I gotta be honest. Not a huge amount of seeds, given the amount of resources that we invested in defending our colony.
A combination of a raptor and a Fusca. Let's start with 20 of each.
Okay, it's okay. This is fine. We'll send our soldiers up north, and we'll send our workers over here. As soon as the soldiers are finished with those guys... they might not be finished with those guys. That's a little bit less than ideal. Okay. More soldiers coming through. Workers. The workers are honestly saving my bacon right now. The soldiers are definitely lasting longer, but the workers we just have the numbers for, you know? There we go. Send them up over there. Amazing. Okay.
An unconventional defense, yet highly effective.
Okay. Next wave, we need to be united, I think.
Interesting to see the colony fight on two fronts.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should try 30 of each.
I don't like that. Let's move back. Let's move back into the underground here. We can resupply. We can resupply much more effectively as well. Soldiers to the front, please. And then workers behind. There we go. Go, 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 go. Right. This is a bit of an ask. But the good news is that we're able to, our supply lines are good. We've got, you know, we got a lot of supplies. In fact, well, we don't have a lot of supplies, but we got a good number of ants that only have to walk a very short distance. Oh my goodness. It's not looking good, is it? It's not looking good at all, actually. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Oh, I don't think we're gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna do it. I don't think we're gonna do it. No, my ants. They succumbed. They succumbed.
Danger. Perhaps I should stop the experiment.
Yeah, you should. You should stop the experiment. What a jerk. What a jerk. He's gonna force my queen to die. Well, you know what? Hey, that's fine. I probably could have optimized and got a few more soldiers and got them all leveled up and whatnot. But you know what? We didn't. Yeah. Empires of the Undergrowth, ladies and gents. check it out. It's really good. It's coming out 1.0 very, very soon indeed. A colony sim.
Is going on?
A colony sim like no other.
Queen.
The
Truly.
ants were weak and confused. We should start again with a healthier colony.
Very well. Purge the
So
follow-
sad. So sad. But, again, a great little game. I thoroughly encourage you checking it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.